Hey everybody, how you doing on this wonderful, what day is it? Monday night. Monday night, Cindy and I, who's wrapping around the corner here, she's in a state of dress that I don't think she can be on camera. Yeah, she can't be on camera right now. You can say hi though.
Hi.
Hopefully you heard her. She's back there. So we are just getting ready for another podcast tonight. So just going to do a little bit of behind the scenes, which we like to do. I don't know if you guys like to see it, but we like to do it. So we're going to do it regardless. So welcome to another behind the scenes episode of the, what are we doing tonight? The Michigan Mausoleum podcast. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. There's Sindee Nyte. So we got her on here. So yeah, we're doing the Michigan Mausoleum podcast tonight at 7 o'clock. We're just trying to find out right now if it's actually a live podcast or a pre-recorded podcast. So we're not sure, but regardless, this is our behind the scenes. So enjoy behind the scenes. So what exactly does a behind the scene video actually entail? Well, for starters, all the lights go off in the primary studio or section of where all of our businesses are. So right now we just have all of our pretty much mood lighting on, except for in the shop itself where our dressing room is. Right behind that big display there is where Miss Sindee Nyte's actually getting ready right now. But other than that, all the lights go off. So we don't have pretty much any other bleeding coming into the set. But for the remainder of the main portion out here, all the lights go off except for our mood lighting. How pretty is that? How pretty is the museum? We swing around. That's where our spiritual tent, tarot reading and stuff like that goes on. And then we get into the set. Now, typically with the sets, we figure out what furniture we're going to use, what props we're going to use, what backdrop, depending on what the type of show we're doing. So in this case, we got a gothic type of podcast going on. So I went with a gothic background. And we start setting up lights, making sure they're the way we want them. And then we come in with sound, and that's always tricky because neither one of us are real sound people. So that's always a struggle for us, especially when we're working with a platform like Spotify tonight we have never used before. So we're just not sure what's compatible with it. So we'll probably find that out the hard way. Once the set is built, then Miss Sindee Nyte and I will be getting dressed and into our attire and figure out kind of a rough draft of what we're going to talk about, what possibly might be asked of us doing a podcast like this where it's not our podcast, we're just on the podcast. So just kind of getting an idea of what type of things might be asked of us, and we'll go over that. We share out all of the podcast information to all of our different social media platforms to get as many people as possible to tune in and watch the show. And that's pretty much it. And then, of course, all the behind the scenes type of stuff that I'm doing right now. Video, photographs, things that will make it fun and interesting. Such as these two young ladies. Oh, aren't they sweet? So I wonder if we sneak into the dressing room where Cindy is getting ready. Let's see, I'll keep it on the floor just in case. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's there. She's there. How much am I going to get her? It's right there, right to her head. She'd yell at me right now if I got her whole face. So this is part of the makeup room. What are you doing over there?
Getting ready.
Getting ready? Why aren't you ready? Why aren't you ready yet?
Well, because I haven't been undressed and you haven't seen what's coming at.
Ah. What do you think about our chicken? We got a chicken over there. Pretty cool chicken. Our friend William from Twisted Critters is going to twisted critter him out for me one of these days. Okay, so that is Cindy getting ready. I'm just wandering around, just making sure everything's set for the show tonight. So there we have it. Now's the time where we start getting things connected and put together as far as the sound and everything else, which is what Miss Sindee does. So how's it looking? How's it going?
How's it looking? I can't see anything what you're looking at.
Well, you can see me, but I mean as far as your board.
My board.
Anything
Nothing
of concern?
at the moment.
Okay. So we still haven't got the address of the podcast itself. So we're getting that right before the show, which I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I worry about that.
Live or not.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know if it's live or it's a pre-recorded one. So if it's pre-recorded one, no big deal. If it's live, you could run into some issues. So hopefully we don't have that. Okay, I'm going to go get ready now that you got control out here. So here we go. I'm going to get ready.
Control.
Got it under control? All right. I'm out of here.
Yeah, out of here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, we are about to go on the. We still don't know if it's freaking live or it's pre-recorded, podcast. So, but either way, we're about to go on. So this was the making of the another behind the scenes episode of the Baron and Sindee Nyte adventures.
Right, because as you tell, we are not like super steady, but
bouncing.
we're here.
We're here. So, yeah, so we're about to go on. So watch the show, watch the podcast. It's on Spotify, Michigan Mausoleum podcast. Check it out because I said so. Bye-bye.
Great burial.
Okay, this was really stupid. We just built a set. We just got dressed to find out that this is an audio-only podcast. Oh, well. So, I guess you can get out of your stuff, and I don't know what I'll do. But we're about to start. It's an audio-only, pre-recorded podcast, so stay tuned on when it'll actually be dropped. We'll let y'all know.
All that work.
At least you got a cool insight of another behind the scenes, even though we didn't need all this.
But you got to see us.
There it is. All right, bye-bye.